Elon confirmed that FSD 12 has started rolling out to employees. This is seriously big news. Tesla FSD version 12 has reportedly started rolling out to employees with this newest update. FSD 12 coming in 2 weeks may possibly actually happen. I still think it's going to be a bit late, but it's not going to be like, oh, it's happening in 12 months from now. I have not been this excited in quite a while. I hope that this time I will not be the last person to get the newest FSD version once this actually starts rolling out to the public. This is going to be quite controversial, and I am sure we will see some horrible headlines. Elon Musk is expected to visit Israel next week, during which he will visit towns near the Gaza border that were attacked by Hamas on October 7th. That part of the world right now, of course, is not very safe, so some Tesla stock investors will not be happy with Elon going there, but it's Elon, so Elon is going to do what Elon wants to do. I think, though, physically, he will be fine. I think he will be safe. Although, of course, there's always a small chance that something could go wrong. But personally, I'm not really actually worried. Sweden's Democrat Party is actually defending Elon and Tesla in Sweden from the union. This politician says that he is convinced that people see Elon Musk as a rich capitalist who also dares to say what he actually thinks, and also he lets people do the same on Twitter. That's why they are going after Elon Musk. He basically says he thinks that they don't actually care about Tesla or the rights of the workers or what's happening in the workplace. They just want to go after Elon Musk. His exact words are that he interprets this as a pure attack on Elon Musk. It has nothing to do with Tesla, and it is absolutely not about caring about Tesla's employees. So he's basically telling the union, fix this strike, or the politicians will have to get involved. I say this is actually pretty good news for Tesla now that we are seeing politicians getting involved in this situation, because if they didn't, this gridlock could last for quite a long time. But we are now seeing that the politicians actually want to resolve this situation, or at least some of them are defending Elon Musk. So that's certainly a positive. Tesla Chan says that there are more and more rumors about FSD coming to China in December or January. If it is FSD 12, December sounds a bit early, so I'm not really expecting that, but early next year is what I would expect overall. We know that Tesla is reportedly preparing to bring FSD beta to the country, only the timeline is the question. This is a patent for 4680 cyber cells. This patent filing has 34 pages. Some of these charts get fairly technical, so feel free to pause at any time. I think Gary Black should add one more catalyst to his list, which would be successfully scaling 4680 batteries. The filing date for this patent was July 25th, but the publication date was yesterday. 4680 batteries will be quite important for scaling Cybertruck production. We just saw a new patent from Tesla. This is a patent application supplementing vision-based system training with simulated content. The document is about 20 pages long with quite a few illustrations. It is interesting that some of these things Tesla is actually able to patent. But Tesla is not relying just on simulations. Tesla is relying on collecting a lot of actual data, and then they use both. So actual data is still incredibly valuable. Here's basically the whole summary of the patent. Keep in mind though that the filing date of this patent was May 19th, but the patent application publication was yesterday. I'm really looking forward to version 12. I think one of the main issues that I have with current FSD is not so much that it makes mistakes, but when it does make mistakes, it's a bit abrupt. It does something rather suddenly, but with FSD version 12, at least looking from that live stream, everything was so smooth. So even if it, let's say, wants to go towards one direction, it's not gonna go just suddenly to that lane, let's say. But it should be generally very smooth, so you can smoothly overtake it, intervene, and continue. We have not heard about Tesla's Megapacks in a little while, but today is different. We have a few stories actually. First, the biggest player in energy storage in Alberta, which is a huge province in Canada, is about to flip the switch on a new $50 million Tesla Megapack system near Grande Prairie in Canada. Then we have a $150 million system in Australia that is about to be turned on. It will be able to power 33,000 homes in the evening peak for 2 hours before needing to recharge. And most importantly, over $500 million worth of new Tesla Megapacks were spotted at the Lathrop Megafactory just now. But the most exciting thing for Megapacks is happening in Q2 of 2024, probably, when the new Megapack factory goes online to produce even more Megapacks, and the demand is huge. So here really it's just the production issue. Even though Tesla is scaling up the production of Megapacks, if you look at the margins, they are actually up, which is incredible. They are higher than automotive margins. There's an update about Tesla's progress in India from India Times, and we learned a few new details. Tesla can commit to invest $500 million in India if India gives Tesla some tariff exemptions for 12,000 cars. Tesla is asking for 15% tariffs. Right now they are between 70% and 100% depending on the vehicle's price. Tesla may invest up to $2 billion if the exemption is approved for 30,000 vehicles. We also know that Tesla is not planning to sell the Model S or X in India, and definitely not the Cybertruck. Tesla is only planning to sell the Model 3, Model Y, and the new next generation vehicle. I found this clip showing just how busy the new Tesla center was when it opened in Italy. This looks a bit crazy. The market share of battery electric vehicles in Italy is very low, but as you saw from that little clip, people are quite interested. And Italy has one of the biggest auto markets in Europe. So as Tesla is having problems in Sweden, maybe the growth in Italy will make up for any issues in Sweden. The seasonality of sales in Europe is very strong, and Q4 is usually by far the strongest quarter out of all quarters, and that was especially visible last year. This year, so far, the trend is, well, it's slightly down, but with Q4, that could be completely reversed. So the Swedish union IF Metal stated it was looking to stop vehicle production at Tesla Giga Berlin, but it seems like it is about to seriously backfire. There will be serious disruptions in production, and that is, of course, the aim. Without that detail, you cannot deliver the car, IF Metal Strike General said. Speaking of hydro extrusions, that provides a certain part for Tesla vehicles that is made in Sweden. The hydro extrusion CEO stated that Tesla may be able to quickly replace the parts that the company produces from other suppliers. What's more, the CEO noted that the strike may instead result in Swedish jobs being threatened and moving elsewhere. Tesla, after all, has had time to prepare for the impending sympathy strike from hydro extrusions, so the electric vehicle maker may already have contingencies in place. Let me correct that. It is not that Tesla may have contingencies in place. No, Tesla does have them and is executing on these contingencies as we speak right now at this very moment. It is nothing unusual, says the CEO, so I am convinced that all the customers we work with have a plan for how to handle a situation when it stops. The CEO also noted that if Tesla replaces the Giga Berlin made Model Y parts with components from non-Swedish suppliers, which at this point really is a guarantee, there's no certainty that Tesla will return to this Swedish supplier. And that is very highly likely. Unless these guys have extremely good prices, Tesla will think, oh, yeah, another strike is really possible here, so why would we work with these Swedish suppliers if we have other choices that are pretty much just as good? No reason to work with them anymore. And the CEO says that if this happens, there might be layoffs at hydro extrusions. And I thought the unions are supposed to protect jobs, not try to use its power to get companies to do certain things that not only these companies don't want to do, but the employees that work for the company don't want to do because, you know, they get paid more working at Tesla anyway. This story is going to be pretty interesting to follow. I'm sure there will be many more developments, and this is just the beginning of the drama. This year is Fremont's new car logistics lot, and I don't think I have ever seen the lot this busy, this packed. But yesterday was Thanksgiving, so maybe that's because the truck drivers are not really working. So it does make sense why it's so packed, but still, I like the production that's happening here. Looks pretty good. Here's some good Tesla news. The new Tesla Model 3, the refreshed one, earns the title of the best car you can buy in Norway. And even when compared against the winners of the cars in the other categories, the Model 3 was the best, thanks to its price, range, and efficiency, and outstanding driving characteristics. It wasn't all positive though for Tesla. One of the main complaints was communicating with Tesla when you have an issue with the car. They say that Tesla just gives customers a standard response. My experience here in Vancouver, Canada has been different, meaning that when there is an issue, which is very rare for me, but when there is an issue, Tesla actually tries to fix the issue. Unless you go to the service center at the end of a quarter, then I had one case where my friend dropped off the car and they said they are going to work on the car and all the work should be finished by Friday. Friday comes, my friend makes a call, and turns out Tesla has not even started working on the car yet. That was last year in Q4, at the end of Q4, and Tesla had a huge delivery wave that quarter. But as long as you don't go to the service center at the end of the quarter, my experience has always been generally very good. Some of these new hybrids have fairly big battery packs actually, which I view as a great thing because we are moving away from gas-powered vehicles to battery electric vehicles. You just need to make them a bit bigger and then remove the engine and you have an actual EV. This new Porsche actually has a bigger battery than the first generation Nissan Leaf had. The battery is 26 kilowatt hours almost. The battery pack in the standard range Model 3 is just under 60 kilowatt hours. Now, it doesn't mean that if you just make the battery a bit bigger in a regular hybrid, that it is actually going to be a great EV. But I'm just saying the transition to EVs is accelerating. I personally really don't like going downtown or to the city center. And the only reason for that really is the pollution. So much pollution. I grew up in a very, very small town, so I'm used to perfect clean air all the time. So even though it's a hybrid, it still helps the air pollution within the city. So just as a regular citizen, I like this development. Occasionally, as a Tesla stock investor, when I see some automaker make some good progress, I don't like it. But as a regular citizen, I actually like it quite a bit. I think money is important in life, but there are so many things that are actually quite a bit more important in life. Here's a positive update about the strike in Sweden. This one is from a Tesla worker who does service. So he went to customer's house and then he talked to the customer, and the customer basically posted this. This is translated from Swedish. It is confirmed that about 90% of the employees that Tesla has in Sweden do not want to be under a collective agreement. Their attitude is that it will generally be worse with the collective agreement from IF Metal than what they have today. There has also been a bit of a rift between those who are in the union and on strike and those who are not. As he put it, it's those who do not really fit Tesla, those who are not prepared to do the hard work or don't keep up with Tesla space, who are also the ones who most desire collective agreements. And this is the most encouraging part. They would prefer this to be over as soon as possible so they can carry on as usual. But at the same time, he said, we are not ready to give in to the union because Tesla's employees do not want to unionize. This act from the union is just a show of power. This is not fair at all. The Cybertruck is not even out yet, but it already has one review on Kelly Blue Book, and I double checked this. This is actually real. It's a 3-star review. Although value, quality, reliability, styling, comfort, and performance, all of these things are rated with 5 stars. So someone is trolling here. The review is also written in a very unique style. Looking at this, it is quite likely that Tesla is going to cut prices again, at least in Europe. This long-range Model Y is actually cheaper if you buy it from inventory than the price of a standard range Model Y if you just go to Tesla's website and order one new. If you're buying a Tesla vehicle, definitely check inventory first before just placing an order on Tesla's website. Here's a new update on the lithium pricing, and it is trending down, which is great news for Tesla because that makes the batteries cheaper. It is going lower for sure. It still has quite a bit to go down compared to where it was before, but the trend I don't think is gonna stop here. Well, at least just looking at how sharply it is dropping. And remember, these companies in China that try to basically fix the price of lithium? Yeah, that did not work at all. Well, it did work for a little bit, but then it just crashed again. The first Cybertruck window sticker has been spotted at Giga Texas, and I think it actually has a cat on it. James, of course, is thrilled about the situation. Too bad we can't really see what's on the paper. Maybe if we could, we would learn some new information about the Cybertruck. Gary here has a somewhat unconventional view of what Tesla should do with the Cybertruck. Many people say that, oh, Tesla should just charge as much as possible in the beginning and then drop the price if needed to increase demand. But Gary's not quite saying that. He says, funny that usually I am on the go higher side of Tesla pricing, but with Cybertruck, I would argue to not be greedy and go lower to get more potential EV customers into the store or website to convince them why they should go EV. And then potentially, even if they don't buy the Cybertruck, then maybe they will buy a Model Y or a Model 3. I understand Cybertruck has limited capacity, so Tesla can only sell so many of them, basically sell every single one that it produces. But Gary wants Tesla to take a longer term view of accelerating EV adoption by tapping into a new market of pickup truck buyers not currently buying EVs. Whichever strategy Tesla actually decides to choose, I expect Tesla to later, a year later or 2 years or 3 years later, to lower the Cybertruck price noticeably, regardless of whatever the price is at the delivery event in less than a week. Ray posted this FSD clip that you have to see. Ray says that this vehicle that stopped in front of that stop sign, the driver in the car showed a hand signal for him to go, and Tesla FSD actually did go, even though technically that other car had the right of the way. So the question is, was that just a glitch, or did Tesla actually saw that person making this hand gesture and it actually understood what it meant? Steve here had a somewhat similar experience. I had a similar experience with the pedestrian at a crosswalk. The car stopped for the pedestrian, but the pedestrian waved to indicate we should continue, and the car did continue. A very likely explanation, at least with this specific stop sign, is that Tesla just counted how long that vehicle was stopped there, and it just decided, oh, okay, you're not moving. I just started moving, and you're still not moving, and okay, because you're not moving, I'm just gonna go, even though technically you have the right of the way. So most likely that's what happened, but we just don't know for sure. FSD version 12, though, might actually be able to understand these hand gestures without the system being taught what they actually mean, which is one reason why it should be significantly smoother than the current FSD version, because there will be many little things like that. One of the most impressive things from that FSD 12 live stream that happened a few months ago was when the car just pulled up on the side of the road. I really liked that. I love X. Even Elon Musk gets community noted. This was funny. This was about Mohammed being the most common name in this Irish city. And it's a pretty small city, 80,000 people. And Elon said, it is true in most countries in Europe, but then he got community noted. And yeah, it is not true in many countries. Yeah, only in the UK, it's in the 5th place, but in many other countries, it's not even in the top 10. But I dug a bit deeper, and here's the top 10 list for the most common boys' names in Europe, and Mohammed is number 4, actually. And here are the most popular names in each country, boys' names. If you enjoyed this video or found it useful, please hit the like button right now and subscribe if you haven't yet. In the meantime, YouTube says you should watch this video next, but if you haven't finished watching this video yet, watch this one first. My name is Matt Posius, and I will see you in the next video. Thank you so much for watching.